those situations, knowing that you're trying to make an impression for your career and all those things? Had you ever gone through anything like that before, and how do you think you did?
No, that was my first time having some adversity like that. And I think I did well with it. Playing with the mask, it kind of threw off my depth perception, but I managed.
I asked Abdul this, a couple Iowa State guys in town now. Does it help to have an old pal from college as you come to someplace new?
Yes, because you're able to get more comfortable faster because you have somebody who is going through it with you and you know them personally. So it helps a lot.
Hey, Deontay, where do you see yourself playing in the NBA? Some people have you listed as a wing, some as maybe like a 3-4, small ball 4. Where do you see yourself playing in the league?
I see myself playing wherever it gets me on the floor. I don't really care where I play. I just want to be on the floor.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, John.
Thank you.
Virgil said that.
Yeah, Timothy, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. You got traded here in the summer. What were your immediate thoughts on the trade? And you've had some time to process it. Where do you see you fitting in on this roster?
I think it's great opportunities for me and for the team. Opportunities to learn as a player and as a man. I've been here just one team. It's my first team as a foreign player. It's always good to learn from other places, other cities, other people, and experience more coaches, more people. So I saw that as an opportunity, and opportunity also to build something here and bring everything it can bring.
Your few years in Philly, when you looked at the Thunder before you got here, what were your thoughts about the team you were playing against and also the organization as a whole? Did you know much about them?
About Oklahoma?
About Oklahoma, but the Thunder in particular.
Didn't know much, but maybe all the guys that was here for a long time, Nick Collison, Russ, Steven, Andre. I've always heard good things about the organization, about the city and the fans. That's the only thing I knew about the city and about the Thunder before. Yep.
Hey Tim, Jacob Mann with Thunderheads. When you watch film, I asked Nerlens this question. When you watch film of last season with the Thunder, are there things that you see that maybe the Thunder were lacking last season, specifically maybe with their bench unit, that you look at and you say, I can help with that. That's something that I'm excited to come in and maybe help fill, or are you just kind of waiting for those things to come?
I think the biggest thing that the team did last year was running, especially with Russ, running the whole game and like being intense the whole game, and that's something I can bring, and something that I know I have in me, and I can also bring my thing in it. So that's something I like to run and just to play intense, and also play defense, like bring that thing into the team, into the bench, into the team. So yeah, that's something I saw last year, and something I'm looking forward this year. Yeah.
You've got a pretty good reputation for defense as a guy that plays pretty good defense and can even get a lot better. How do you see yourself in terms of your defense and the level that you can get to as a defender on the wing in this league?
As good as I can get. I think in this team I have like pretty good players in defense, like Paul Jordan and Andre, in this particular aspect of the game. So I can't wait to learn from them and just getting better. I know I have that, and I know I can be an elite defender in this league, and I can help the team really well in this aspect. So I'm looking forward to learn from these guys.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Who else we got coming? Diallo?
And Tyler Davis.
Never know what you'll do next year.
Hello. Oh, okay. Let's go.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. Amadou, you go to second round in the draft, sort of uncertain, and you get the trade, and then the Thunder. From my perspective, what's that? This is Tyler Davis.
Yeah, I was undrafted.
Sorry, I thought you was Diallo. My mistake.
That's
Let me
okay.
ask you this: you a recent signee, just in the last couple of weeks. What made you want to come here and think this was an opportunity to get something going with Thunder?
Well, when I came here for my NBA draft workout, I could just remember thinking about the people I had met and how well they treated me for just being, a guy that maybe wasn't going to get drafted, whatever. But I mean, they took care of me and they welcomed me, and it's just an excellent organization. It's built well, it's taken care of, and they expect excellence from you as a person. So it's been a good past couple of months here. Come on, guys.
This was a team sort of thin at center last year. Grant and Patterson did a whole lot of backing up Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Now there's more depth with Adams and Nerlens.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it tougher for a roster spot, but it looks like it might be better in terms of your development going against those guys in practice. How do you look forward to going against those guys on a daily basis?
I mean, I've been doing that every day for past few weeks. So it's been amazing. I mean, I watched these guys growing up, watched them in college, watched them when they first stepped into the league, and now I get to compete with them and learn from them and ask them so many questions. They get sick of me. So, you know, it's been cool. It's been a dream come true so far. So learning experience every day.
Tyler, so this summer, I think you were thinking about playing for the Puerto Rican national team, and then that kind of fell through. What happened with that?
It didn't fall through. It was just I knew that what I want to do now is more important than that. You know, like I'm a two-way guy, so I'm not in a position where I can just leave and miss a lot of time. You know, every day for me counts right now, especially being around the coaches and the players and learning. So I didn't want to miss the time that it, you know, would have taken for me to go there and practice and play. But I'll definitely play for them, you know, soon.
Anybody else?
First assistant. There have been seasons when search your pocket and if you were assist, then they have to hold you. That's right. I heard where you were going. I was like, oh no. Here we go. So soon? I got one. It's on record that I got one. Hamadou, you Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. You're a second round draft pick, and then you get the trade with the Thunder. Talk about the emotions and of what you went through around the draft process. And from my perspective, at least, the Thunder treated you like a first round draft pick. I mean, they wanted you and they signed you and all those things that don't automatically come to second round picks.
First off, I would say draft night was definitely a long process. A lot of emotions between me and my family, but I feel like it was a great night and ended up in a great place. And after draft night, the work started. So I was focused on summer league and getting ready to attack summer league, working hard day in and day out. And when I went out to summer league, I felt like I took care of business out there. I feel like we could have won a couple more games, but we didn't. We didn't. So we had to just come back and the grind started all over again.
DL Jacob Mann with Thunderheads. When you have such a great showing in summer league, what does that do for your confidence coming into this season? Is that something you think about, like trying to continue that rhythm, or is it always in the back of your mind that, well, this is summer league, this is a kind of a different game? Like, how does that transition when you move into the regular season?
I mean, as a basketball player, it does, but at the end of the day, it was summer league is summer league, and it has nothing to do with the real season. Pretty much not even all the guys that was on summer league is on this real season team. There's only like 3-4 people, so you got to take that into account.
What do you see your role being for this season?
Right now, I mean, I haven't identified my role with no coaches or anything like that. Just been trying to learn as much as possible and be a sponge for this year. I mean, a bunch of veteran guys, a bunch of great players, and just try to learn from them and try to pick up all the good habits that they have.
You know, you get here, you got two Kentucky guys besides yourself on the roster. Are we seeing a takeover? Are we going to see more? Is 3 a good number? And what does it mean to have, I know you didn't play with those guys, but what does it mean to have old Kentucky guys on the roster when you get here?
I mean, it's a brotherhood. I mean, we speak about old Kentucky times and things like that, things that when they was playing at Kentucky and from when I was playing that are still the same and stuff like that. And we just speak about all the good times that we had in college. And it's still like a brotherhood. I mean, going to Kentucky, you could speak to any guy from Kentucky. And it's a form like the brotherhood now.
Anybody else?
Yeah, the Thunder's track record, particularly a guy like Andre Robertson, who was not a highly skilled offensive player coming out of college, but the Thunder identified him as a defensive guy and say, hey, you can play, and he's turned himself into a big-time player. When you see a guy like that, and they talked about you and your potential with defense, does that give you sort of inspiration that, hey, if I work on the defensive side of the ball, things are going to take care of themselves regardless of what happens on offense?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, Dre is definitely a great player, and the Thunder track record on how they develop players has just been spectacular. So for me, I just got to come in and attack every day and try to learn as much as possible from guys like Andre, Russ, PG, Steve-O, and just try to learn as much as possible because they've been here for so long and they know the ropes, and just try to learn from their mistakes that they did on their way to where they are now and try to learn from things that they didn't do and just try to adapt that into my daily routine.
Hamadou, so we saw this summer a couple videos of you and your workouts kind of jumping very high. The dunk contest, is this something that maybe you'd want to try this year?
I mean, yeah, definitely. If I have the chance to do it and I get invited, I'll definitely do it. And just got to keep trying to show my bounce here and there. Appreciate you guys.